Alright, everybody, so I have returned. I had to stop my stream earlier because of some technical difficulties that I was having. Uh, it's the fun thing about adopting a Windows preview, but honestly, so far I am liking Windows 11. I've only been using it for a few hours, but already my Armory crate works. Uh, I wasn't able to use any of the sensors or anything on the Armory crate to check and see uh, how my processor was doing. It wouldn't even do the speed of the processor, which is hilarious. But now all of the sensors are working through Armory crate, and I'm in good shape with that. Other than that, the new start menu is going to take a little bit of getting used to. Um, Everything else is fine. It's all going to take a little bit of getting used to because they did change a little bit of the UI, but we're good other than that. So we're going to be playing Mass Effect 3, finishing off the Mass Effect 3. I'm just about to hit Earth, so let's get into it.
Nothing's ever easy. No reason it should start now.
It's desperate. I don't even want to guess at our odds.
But this is the only plan we have. If we wait, the Reapers bleed us slow. Conventionally, we can't defeat the Reapers without the Crucible. Get the Citadel arms open. Commander, whatever the cost, we'll do the rest.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to all of us.
No data. That's a little disconcerting. Everything's working fine. Alright. Ooh. Eh.
I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
I just had to go and throw up a bunch of
Commander.
I kind of figured that's what you had to do.
We're through the relay in 30
I was having some technical difficulties, so I had to... When you got in, I had to restart my stream when you took your break. Because, yeah, I upgraded to Windows 11.
for you.
No, you want to hear the weirdest thing? You know how my Armory crate wasn't... actually, the sensors weren't working? Everything works fine under Windows 11.
Turian fleet reporting. Sorry, fleet's reporting.
I was so going, and it was a joyous occasion. I was like, I only have to pay $200 more and then upgrade my system and be ready for Windows 11. Nope.
Get fleet reporting. All fleets reporting in, Commander. Ready to engage on
You know, Shock, I'm just tired.
I know.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I know that feeling.
This is it, everyone. Be ready on my signal.
Bunny did.
All fighters on me. Acknowledge.
I do not know what that noise was.
Breaking off. Preparing for descent.
Everybody loves Resident Evil 7
Something keeps connecting and disconnecting. That noise that you hear, people, is,
Shepard. Good luck.
Bandit, I don't want to play.
You too, Joker.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Is that noise just Discord?
Advanced teams are away. Hammer's
Maybe.
in position and waiting for you guys to clear a path.
Huh.
These rejoining
I'm not sure.
Stay safe. I'll be back before you know it.
Windows 11 has a new,
We're closing in on the LZ, Commander.
How's it look?
it has new sounds for everything,
Yourself.
including actually having a startup and shutdown sound. Which, I'm old, I missed that.
Sorry, Shepard. I know how you must feel.
Barely even recognize it.
Shit. We got a lock. Hold on.
Bandit, I'm not playing.
Damn it.
Status.
That was the squad responsible for taking out that defense turret.
Who's on it now?
Nobody in the vicinity. All either deployed or shot down.
Drop us off.
Ma'am?
We have to take that thing out before Hammer can land.
Understood.
Change of plans, people. We're gonna take out that Hades cannon.
A bold strategy. Do you have a plan?
That downed shuttle would have been carrying heavy weapons.
Perfect. You heard the man. Once we're clear, make your way to the crashed shuttle. We'll search the wreckage for heavy weapons.
Ready when you are.
Hold on, need to turn up the desktop audio on OBS a little bit because all of my shit has been changed.
Now! Go! Go!
Damn, I can't stay here, man.
Get clear. Come get us once we've taken that turret out.
Roger that. Cortez out.
All right, everyone. Let's move!
Johnson. Hammer's getting we need those guns offline now.
Watch it, you got brutes.
We need extraction. Another enemy incoming. Commander Shepard, any Alliance personnel in the vicinity?
And we're live. Hey, Chuck, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Welcome to Dark Berserker's Twitch thing.
Potentially last stream. I don't know if it is or not. Sorry folks, I don't really have the same interest right now that
We'll cover you! Get us out of here, Corporal. You okay?
I'm alive.
That you are, Commander.
Anderson,
I knew you would know me.
it's good to see you.
And you're a sight for sore eyes.
How are we looking?
Now that the heavy air defenses are dealt with, Hammer can land. And not a moment too soon. What's left of the Resistance is holding a forward operating base. But the Reapers are countering already. Once we regroup, it's gonna be up to Hammer to take up the fight.
It must have been brutal here. Cut off from the rest of the Alliance.
It's been touch and go from day one. But once we figured out the Reapers were focusing on the major centers, it became easier to avoid direct contact. Until London. Yeah.
yeah, one thing I am going to do
We held back as
for
long as we
chaos
could,
is out of control.
sending in recon teams.
What was that?
Lost a lot of good men.
One thing
fighting
I'm
this
going to
attack.
do for chaos
But with
is out of
soldiers like
control.
Major Coates. and
Oh,
knowing you
you're
bring us
putting the
help,
spawn
we have-
timers on.
Without you and your resistance, we'd be dead in the water.
Yeah, the Admiral's being modest. He's the reason any of us are still alive.
Let's not start handing out medals just yet. This fight's just getting started. And Hammer better be ready for it.
There's blood in my keyboard.
They didn't start out together, but they're ready to stand side by side and win this war.
Good.
We will
That's
try.
what it's gonna take.
We'll get it done, Anderson.
I was born in London.
Normal cooldown.
The entire galaxy united. Too bad it took the Reapers to bring us together.
Actually, the commander is responsible for that.
That's exactly what I meant. I know you didn't like leaving, Shepard. But nobody could have accomplished what you've done.
It's good to be back home.
There's the FOB.
Looks good. Give Hammer the all clear.
Admiral, we've set up a command center in the building over there.
Looks like we've still got groups coming in.
I found out why the
Yes,
game
sir,
is
but
also
not as many
so
as we'd
free.
hoped.
Come see me when
They
you're ready.
changed the game
Will
from
do.
rendering everything when it loads
He's right.
Mm-hmm.
I
to
expected to see more of
from
Armor here by
rendering everything when it comes within
now. A lot of
certain
them won't be making it.
distance.
Sorry
Okay.
about Cortez. He was a good
And this
pilot.
game does not handle that
You two go
type
on
of
ahead.
loading very well.
I'll catch up.
Doesn't matter what you change in the settings, doesn't matter what you
The
change in
fighting
the
here
INI,
has been some of the worst on the planet. It
it'll
looks bad,
still always
but there's
stutter
still
or
hope.
freeze, sometimes for a long
And you're
period of
here.
time.
It'll do the troops good to see
Now
you.
that it's
Bolster
loading
their resolve.
more dynamically
I'm just a soldier
instead of
like them.
all at once.
You might see yourself like that, but they don't. Like it or not, Commander, you're a hero to these men and women. Don't discount the effect that can have on them. I better go meet up with my battalion. I'll see you at the command center.
So, yeah, no, I'm definitely going to, while I sit here and wait for my stream to get back, I'm definitely going to, use those links you gave me.
Good.
Hey, Commander.
What? No Lola?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You okay?
I don't know what I thought I'd feel coming back to Earth. I was ready to fight. Ready to die if I had to. But seeing everything like this...
I know it's hard to say. But this is only temporary. But first we need to win this thing. Stay focused. Don't let them take your will to fight.
I know. You're right. So, I guess this is it, no? One more push. One last fight.
Not necessarily our last.
It's been an honor
I
serving
hear
with you,
things.
Shepard.
I hear things too.
You're a good man and a terrific soldier.
Thanks.
Whatever happens out there today, I know you'll make me proud.
That means a lot to me, ma'am. Good luck out there, Lola.
Do 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 do. Banana.
Mana.
I'm in a very depressing place right now. I'm in London. To put that into context for your stream, I'm playing Mass Effect 3. I'm near the end of Mass Effect 3. I'm in London. It's depressing.
Cooldowns are now active.
Sweet.
Yes, Commander. Is there someone you'd like to reach?
Jacob Taylor.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Shepard, that you?
Jacob. Holding up?
Kicking ass more like. My kill count's through the roof.
Watch nobody
We'll meet
show
and
up
compare
because
notches
I'm a
when this is
depressed
over.
piece of shit right
You
now.
got it. There's this, great little bar in Rio.
That
I have
would
to
be
check
funny.
out.
I'm holding you to that. Give him hell, Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Shepherd out.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Miranda Lawson.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Commander, hope you don't mind me crashing this little party of yours.
Not at all. Feeling better?
Much. Got a few sideways looks from Alliance brass when I offered to help.
Anywho,
They can't be choosy at this point.
if
I'm
I
glad
can
you made
just
it.
get to the trader.
Shepard, I wanted to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
You use
If
your
we both
walk
come back
all
from
the way
this
to
at all,
the trader.
everything will be different.
Sure, everything will change, but on our terms. We've been running until now, Miranda. It has to stop.
So I was trying to do
I
this mission
understand.
the other day
This
for
isn't
the
goodbye.
trader.
You have to believe we're not done
She
yet.
sit. She
Listening
sent
to
me
you,
out into the middle
I
of
can
the
believe
snow
it.
biome where I
Good.
got glowing-eyed direwolves
Miranda.
and
Yes,
bears.
Dude,
Careful.
I promise.
that sounds horrible.
And Shepard.
After the fourth take, I'm like, that's it. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Grunt.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
About time you got here, Shepard. Didn't want to witness
I
it
tried
all by
shotguns,
myself.
I tried blunderbuss,
you
I
back
tried
in action,
AKs, nothing would kill the
Wouldn't miss it.
suckers.
Shepard,
Yeah?
thanks for getting me out of that tank.
Sure, Grunt. It's been an honor.
Same here, Shepard. Okay, grunt out.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Zaid Masani.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Almost thought you weren't gonna make it, Shepard. Glad I was wrong.
You doing okay, Zaid?
Yeah. Hope you've got one hell of a speech to get everyone moving. Looks like we might need it. Never seen anything like this.
We don't stop it now, it gets worse.
No kidding. Just doesn't feel like a real ground war when your opponents are taller than goddamn skyscrapers. Still, no use talking about it. Ready to go when you are. Let's gut the bastards.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
So the music here reminds me of Final Fantasy VII music.
Oh?
Yeah.
Kasumi Goto.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Hey, Shep. You ready down there?
Depends on whether you've got the crucible good to go.
Oh, it's ready. No idea what it'll do exactly, but it's gonna be big. Good luck, Shepard. If you live through it, drinks are on me.
I'm just saying goodbye to everybody in the galaxy right now.
Jack.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Shepard? Shepard, is that you?
Jack, how are you guys?
Good so far. We're a ways south of your position. We saved some resistance fighters with barrier support. Bringing a bit more firepower your way.
I'll see you on the other side.
I won't let you down, Shepard. Go kick some ass.
You too.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Samara.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
I wondered if I'd see you again, Samara.
It's past time I joined your battle. You helped me a great deal in the monastery, Shepard.
Thank you for returning the favor.
Only your actions will be remembered. May you choose them well. Farewell.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
I'm done.
Yes, ma'am.
That was a stutter. To be expected on an experimental platform. This is why DB told me not to upgrade.
Hmm. It's okay, no one listens to me anyway, it's fine.
Oh. It is preparation for my intended career.
Coordinate with the Alliance. Make sure we iron out these logistical
I like
problems.
Preparation H better as an excuse.
Primarch Victus. I didn't realize you were here.
Well, that's because you're a pain in the ass, and that's what that's for.
Yep.
Looks as bad as ours.
Hence my career.
Shepard. So I guess this is...
Just like old times.
In one form or another, I will
Might
always
be the
be a
last
broadcaster.
chance we get to say that.
You think we're gonna lose?
No, I think we're about to kick the Reapers back into whatever black hole they crawl
I
down.
actually miss
Then we're going to
radio.
retire somewhere warm and tropical.
I miss
and
being
live
a
off the
broadcaster.
royalties from the vids.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
I think my days of saving the galaxy are over when this is done.
Be sure to leave room for all the autographs.
Just need to beat the Reapers to get there.
Then you realize what kind of
James
format
told me
the
there's an old saying.
studio actually wanted, and you're like,
May you be in heaven
eh,
half an hour before the devil knows
not
you're
so
dead.
much.
No, we were classic rock.
But if this thing goes sideways,
And I
And
was
you're like,
fine with that.
not so much.
No, I
Yeah, it
like
could be
classic
worse.
rock.
Could be worse. Could be country.
We're a team, guys.
So,
There's no shepherd without Vicarian.
what happened to us is
Sorry,
we were just a small AM radio station, but we were the second most popular radio station in the area.
Old friend has an order.
So the owners of the first most popular radio station bought us out and shut us down.
Goodbye, Garrus.
You didn't even keep going to shut it
I'll
down.
be looking down.
Yep,
I'll always have your back.
because they already had an AM radio station under their belt.
They're just dicks. Okay.
Yep.
So, what did they have classic rock going
Nope.
anywhere? No. Oh, that just sucks.
Hostiles on the perimeter.
So, I gotta be honest with you, Shaw, because you'll understand this.
Yes, I will.
As both a broadcaster and I believe you listen to music too. I've been in, you know, I have a city that's about 45, 60 minutes. Big metropolitan city. Okay? And there's really only one station there that has rock at all. And it's a mix of modern and old rock. It's mainly rock from the 90s and 80s, okay? But it's, and if you really want modern rock, you have to go to the college station. That's, I don't even think it's doing that format anymore, to tell you the truth. Everything else is either like top 40 or whatever, or it's pop. So it is. And not to discourage people that like that, but I find it as trash.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too far up or far off from that thinking. So, now, the format of the local radio station right now is the guy who runs it, and I'd love to drop the name, but, you know, he's a sue-happy son of a bitch, so...
No, it's fine.
The...
Person A.
Yeah, the guy that actually runs, who's the program director and is now the station manager of the local radio station, latches onto a song that he likes and then rams it down your throat.
Well, that doesn't work either.
It does when you're the only thing in town.
Right. Well, see, that's the problem, though, is that as I'm dialing the knob, pause. Once upon a time, the radios came with knobs. So as you're dialing the knobs, I was trolling to see what was out there. It's just my initial reaction is crap. And when you buy out another radio station that doesn't even do your format, granted, cool, good business. I get business. I get that. But what you're putting out there is basically the equivalent to what I have in here locally on TV is church channel. They're all church channel and news channel. It's all crap.
That's something.
And that's why I don't listen to radio anymore.
Are you holding up, Liara?
Well, it's why I pay for Spotify.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And then I look at you and I go, with what? But then I know that you have an income, so.
I don't know what to say.
I have income and I'm a student.
All those little
So my Spotify is like $3 a month.
We'll make up a good story for them. I do have one.
My Amazon Prime is $6 a month because I'm a student.
It'll only take a moment if you want it.
Gotta order those books.
Of course I do.
I use Amazon a lot, so the Amazon Prime is actually very useful.
I hear things.
So yeah, I use Amazon Prime a lot because of things.
Uh-huh.
So I buy computer parts constantly off of it.
Thank you
I
for
buy
everything.
uh, like food and stuff off of it
I love you.
sometimes.
Now, let's do what needs to be done.
So right now, because I'm going to be taking a PC hardware course for the certificate in August, right now, and I'm sticking to this, I am buying computer parts so that I can ready myself for that class.
Mm-hmm.
What's his condition?
Remember, folks, this is why he's buying computer parts. I need to use this excuse too.
Oh, that.
So, Shock,
Yes.
if I move over to Pennsylvania, are you gonna come over and do LAN parties with me?
You'll be moving about 2.5 hours away from me.
But it's a lot closer than I am now.
Yes, it is. But like you, I don't drive.
There's a taxi!
Okay, so my desktop is 75 pounds. It has handles, yes. But it's 75 pounds. Do you really...
Hey, hey, hey. I know a place that makes really good battleship subs. I'll treat you, alright? It's fine. I don't know if it's still there anymore, but I'll treat you. I know Beer World's gone.
I know a bunch of places around me that have fantastic subs. And hell, if you can go the 3.5 hours away, I'll take you to a Phillies game.
Hey. My experience driving around that place was like, hey, one of my family members was called Mike. Hey, get into Mike's car. We'll go to a place and get a pie. But I don't. Oh, pie. Okay. It took my Iowa brain had to translate. So it's like, okay, we'll go get a pie. Fine. Where's your car? See that little red thing over there?
Was it this bad in your time?
Excuse me, I don't fit. He had a little tiny red. I swear, the Volkswagen Beetle was bigger.
There was no rallying cry.
And they had this brilliant idea. Keep in mind, I'm 6'3".
There's not
Like,
much left out
like
there.
I think at time 280 pounds. Keep in mind, they wanted to put me in the back.
There will be a tomorrow.
Only if we win.
I don't know, because after a while, my side lost all feeling getting in and out of that thing. I don't know
Fulfilling my mission.
if they use a broom to shove me in that thing.
The exemplar of victory. Not just for humanity,
Gosh.
but Turians.
How do you fit 4 people in that
But for
car?
all life.
Very,
So I
very
just-
carefully.
So I didn't see shit as far as like the scenery,
No pressure when you put
but
it
we
that way.
were on the outskirts to the point where we had wild turkeys come and say hi.
Never one with
Nice.
choices.
And I said, "Well, you want me to throw a brick and have dinner?"
Make a lot of those.
They said, "No, don't throw them at the boulders." They call them
But I know
boulders.
you will see this through for all of us, no matter the cost.
I
If we actually pull
live
this
near
off, what
cows.
will you do afterwards?
and
Ah.
turkeys and
Only pursuit has begun.
chickens and
Look
Like, I live in the middle of a city, but the city is surrounded by farmland.
Big galaxy.
Figure that one out. Actually, that's not too off from where it is right here.
So,
Big metropolitan city. Around it, farms everywhere.
So yeah, I am... God, we're sitting here talking of like old people.
I mean, you have something better to do?
What else happens today?
No.
No one else could. You united a galaxy. That's a victory right there. And don't worry. I know why you're going to win. Because you brought the Krogan. Oh, and Bakara sent her regards. She's already
By the way,
there are benefits to being a clan leader. But she keeps insisting.
I got a letter. Watch my stream shot?
Anyway,
Probably not.
Hold on. Let me switch over. I'm not exactly sure how the computer is going to react to me putting it through a normal pace of mine.
Well, now's a good time to find out.
I mean, it's got its little hiccups. I'm watching.
Okay. So, I got a letter
Suck it up, princesses!
from my insurance / the people in charge of SSI.
We could circle around and flood it with reinforcements.
And it says, "Thank you for talking to me today. I am sending you this letter as a follow-up. It is unclear now if you are eligible for SSI, but I would like to stay in touch with you. If something changes, I can help you apply. We will call you in 4 to 6 weeks so we can talk again."
Big or small.
And it goes on and relative whatever, call
Its
this
relevance
number,
would
blah
be
blah blah.
diminished at any other time. Ask away.
And there's other
In this
papers
battle,
telling about my
the Reapers
legal
have no reason to
technicality
use
and
their full
everything.
capabilities to destroy
Yeah.
Their forces are in
So,
entrenched positions.
to give you guys some
With
context
superior
and some new
firepower and
context
outnumber
stuff
our
too,
forces.
like that's the
question
least of
is,
my concern right now,
what makes
but
you
that's
think we
something
can
I
reach
gotta
into it
do.
at all?
That's something I have to follow up on
The
eventually.
Reapers have the Citadel.
Right?
They think they've
Yeah.
But-
the best time to hit them.
But
If they
here's the
have
thing
spies or
with
other
that,
intelligence, we can
when I
put the
talked to
enemy
him on the
surprise.
phone,
If
especially the
that's
second
case,
time,
we will likely lose.
as I was trying to
Are
talk
you
to him
afraid?
about my back, he goes, "Oh, the back's
Our
not gonna do
probability
it.
for success is
If
greater
you
than
have,"
any
and they
other
use the
plan
technical
presented to
terms,
date.
"you have this,
That's not what I asked.
this." And
Are you afraid?
the thing
I don't
is,
understand the purpose of the question.
oh, they
There's
did
no
it.
room for doubt
They're
in
like,
my
"Do you
view.
have a walker?" No, I
You
don't have a
understand
walker.
what we have to do,
I
or
don't
you don't.
physically own a walker.
I am clear on
But
what
I
you
didn't
need
get to
to
tell them, I
accomplish.
go, a chair works
Reapers
just
have
fine as a
destroyed
walker,
thousands
I've done
of
that several
civilizations.
times. But I didn't get to say that. I didn't get to tell
They
them
have never
all
destroyed
my
ours. Nor
medical
will they.
problems
Couldn't have put it better myself.
or nothing. They just cut me
Time to
off
move out.
and go,
Shepard,
"No, back
there's something I
problems,
want
you
you to
don't
know.
qualify." Which is the biggest line of
The elusive
bullshit
man
ever,
ordered
because they
my
didn't even let
creation
me
years
talk
ago.
to their quote-unquote
Jeff was the one who
specialist
allowed me to
Yeah.
and
defend
asked me,
myself.
"What kind of back problem?"
But only now do I feel alive.
And
That
here's the
is your
thing.
influence.
I found out later that they can go ahead and contact my actual medical records via the hospital and doctor and pull that shit up. And if they did, they would understand because it's all there.
Are you okay?
I thought I'd be asking you that question.
Shepard, I backed you when I was just a kid on her pilgrimage.
That's the part I'm frustrated with. Because right now, I'm not really arguing with if I can get it. I'm arguing with them for them to do their
And you haven't
job.
answered my question. Are you okay?
Which sounds stupid,
You remember
but I
how you
think,
felt
Shop,
when
you
landed on the
understand.
nuke? Now imagine it's not a
It's
story
like,
passed down by your
if they just look at it,
Imagine you were there
then
just a few months
they would
ago.
understand.
And now you're seeing it like this.
We need to put it right.
We will. Whatever happens,
Well, unfortunately with SSI or SSD, the government likes to deny you right off the bat to see how much of a fight you have in you.
and then the Normandy helped us reclaim our home
So
world.
you might
And I returned the favor.
have to go to an SS or to a social security lawyer.
Which I can't afford.
Most of them are free.
Okay.
what they do is they charge you a certain amount of the money when you get your Social Security. That's it.
Well, that's something I can look into later.
So, I mean, it's an annoyance, but it's a way for you to do things.
Commander,
Admiral,
just going over the sit rep.
how's it
I've
look?
been going through this since I was 19.
Barely 50% of
Yeah,
Hammer has
I even
reported
thought
in.
about just
we
making
count on more making
an
it?
appointment with my doctor because I have other things to talk
There's
to
some
him about
stragglers still
anyway.
en route.
And I thought about
But
just,
the bulk of Hammer is
hey,
still intact as arrived.
is there anything you
We're as
guys
ready
can
as we're
do?
likely to get.
Like slap him across the face or
Every minute
something?
wasted
Like,
here,
hey,
the Reapers gather strength.
but I don't think there is.
Exactly my thoughts. Battalionators, report to HQ. We fought hard to get here, but now the toughest part of our mission begins. We've got to drive right through the heart of Reaper-controlled territory, break past their defenses, and get to that beam.
What kind of defenses?
The entire area is crawling with Reaper forces. But our biggest concern is the destroyer, protecting the beam itself.
Can we bring in air support to deal with it?
Negative. Some kind of interference. We'll have to take it out from the ground. Now they've cut a swath of no man's land.
How's your system holding up?
We'll have to cross that first. There'll be some limited shelter.
I've had a little bit of a hiccup when I was doing something in the game. Like, one of my big things about
They know we're coming.
and I can't remember exactly what it's called. One of the things that I really want to test in Windows 11 is the new storage that they have, like in the Xbox. It's supposed to make your games and everything run a lot faster. So pretty much zero load time, anything like that. And it's supposed to work with the fast M.2 drives, which I've got.
Pick your team well.
So I'm happy. So I want to test that, but I need a game that actually has it built in. And I don't know if any of the games actually have it built in or will have it built in until November. Although Microsoft probably has some sort of deal coming with some of the games.
This war has brought us pain and suffering and loss. But it's also brought us together as soldiers, allies,
And that's a lot of ground to cover.
friends.
A tiny bit, yeah.
This bond that ties us together is something the Reapers will never understand. It's more powerful than any weapon, stronger than any ship. It can't be taken or destroyed. The next few hours will decide the fate of everyone in the
DB.
galaxy. Every mother,
Can I suggest something?
every son, every unborn child.
So,
They're
you're in a
trusting
few
you.
Discords, right?
Depending on you
Yeah.
to win them their future.
How many of them have
A
self-advertisement
future free
channels?
from the threat of the Reapers. But take heart. Look around you. You're not in this fight alone. We face our enemy together. And together, we will defeat them.
3, but 2 of them are handled by bots, and I don't know how the bots function.
Okay. You might want to advertise in those Discords. That you can. I know this is really not something that you want to do, but I mean, desperate times.
My poor door.
Why are you breaking your door?
I was fixing it.
Oh. Who broke it?
Probably a zombie. I hear something.
I'm going to
Well,
be
my-
doing, probably tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be putting together a talking head video on the TPM requirements for Windows 11. Because I'm seeing a lot of confusion when it comes to them. Because even Steve is saying that it's going to cause a lot of e-waste, and honestly, with everything that I've looked up, I don't know how. Because there are actually a lot of people who do have older computers that even if they had a TPM, they would have to upgrade their computer anyway to work with Windows 11. But from what I understand, the vast majority of computers have the TPM requirement built into them anyway. Especially if you've bought a pre-built. And for those that don't have a physical module, all you have to do is turn on the firmware one.
Artillery companies able through Foxtrot are en route. Roger that. Gulf through November, taking on right flank. Pressing forward. Anybody know how the hell we're supposed to take down a destroyer with tanks?
Vanix missiles can do a fuck ton of damage.
If you say so. Cut the chatter. You heard the Admiral. No retreat.
We're taking heavy fire from the second story. Request assistance. We'll try to clear the building.
But yeah, I honestly don't know how it's going to cause an overabundance of e-waste if it's built into your computer already. Like, most laptops have the TPM, or the TPM requirement built into them already. My laptop that I just bought last year is Windows 11 compatible.
Foxtrot and Bravo are taking
Is
heavy
there?
fire.
I haven't checked yet. There might be. But is there like a software tool to just check for you?
There was, Windows pulled it down because it wasn't working right. But from their minimum system requirements, your 4790K is not compatible.
No, but I was hoping for other people there would be a software checker for because you know how people are. They're not like you or me.
That's true. There was the PC Health, and they're probably going to put it back up again. But it was telling people that they were not, or that they were not Windows 11 ready when they were. So they shut it down. Um,
So I have a further question, because you would know better than I on this specific topic. Why are they requiring these specific things?
so I don't know what until I actually delve a little bit farther into Windows 11, I don't know why they're requiring the specific processors that
No,
they
no, no,
are.
no. The TP or whatever.
Ah, the TPM. They're not
Why?
requiring just TPM, they're also requiring Secure Boot turned on.
Okay,
Uh,
why?
I don't know. Windows has been trying to do this for the longest time. When Windows 10 first came out, it was going to be a requirement for Windows 10 TPM 1.2. And that didn't go well. It all it is a security module. It is a randomized cryptographic security tool. That's built into your computer. So it's just for extra security. From the research that I've done, it's not always worked. And it's been easy to get around. Also, if you have it actually turned on and you like upgrade your or the firmware on your or the BIOS on your laptop or anything like that, if you don't go through the right steps, you have to completely reinstall Windows. So it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I just never understood the logic behind it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly why Windows is trying to do this. I think it's because they are trying to go, and it's probably something that I can ask, being part of the Insider program. It is probably something that somebody's already asked and has gotten an answer to, and I'll look into this before I do my talking head thing. But my guess is with Windows transitioning to an always online thing and using the Microsoft account, I'm guessing that they want this extra security put in.
Okay, this raises further questions. Why do we have to move to an always online?
Progress.
But it's not.
It's
You
where
you know it too. It's not.
I'd like to justify it as progress, but I really can't.
There's not
And
a. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop right a second. Now I'll let you go again. There's not a single shred of evidence that proves that having it online causes improved productivity or improved performance or improves of any such way other than advertising, which does not actually improve anything other than the fact that you're throwing advertising at people's faces that they don't want.
and data mining. But
Yeah, there's that.
I would like to, okay? And I would like to say that the always online thing is not a big deal. But we live in the United States. The condition of our broadband infrastructure
Run.
yeah,
Run.
makes an always online thing not reliable.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Even if it was reliable and you rarely dropped it, right? There's still plenty of pitfalls that come from that.
Once again, especially in the United States, you have data caps. That's a
Yeah.
pitfall of an always online system. Rural areas do not have internet that is even, well, and I hate to say this because there is really something that rubs me about Elon Musk the wrong way. But I do actually. SpaceX minus the. Or Starlink minus the original startup cost of $500 is affordable, high speed broadband. For $99 a month, $100 a month. There are no tiers to the thing or anything like that. What speed you get in your area is what speed you get for $100 a month. And it's not shit speed. and the upload and download speeds are pretty close. There is an internet service provider called Altice right now. Just slashed their upload speeds by 86% across the board just because they could. Their parent, I think, their parent company is either Optimum or AT&T. Both of which, in the United States, they are against fiber to everyone. Hell, the AT&T CEO says that nobody needs any more than 3 upload. Nobody needs any more than 3 upload. That includes businesses.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure many businesses would disagree with that.
Universities need more than 3 upload.
I'm pretty sure Microsoft would disagree with that.
Well, no. They're fighting the right to repair. They're fighting they're also going with the ISPs against the fiber for everyone. It's
That sounds so backwards.
the infrastructure in the United States when it comes to broadband, with everything being dealt with by the private companies, even the upkeep and everything of the lines, and in a lot of states, including Pennsylvania, it is actually illegal for municipalities to offer their own broadband.
Yep.
It is in Pennsylvania law that municipalities cannot sell broadband.
Yeah. All those laws need to be adjusted, and I said that a while back when I found out they couldn't do that. Yeah, well.
And there have been studies made. I did an entire paper for this one semester. There have actually been.
Good for you.
Yeah. It's something that I'm passionate about, and with me going into the field, it is just. It's astounding. There are studies out there that say that municipal broadband is faster and more reliable than the ISP counterparts. There's a law going up in some state right now. It's being fought. And I can't remember which state it is, because I read this a few days ago, and my brain was fried at the time from sunburn. There is a law that is being fought in some state that would make it that municipal broadband is illegal. And there's a lot of municipalities and counties in the state that actually have municipal broadband. They would have to dismantle it. If an ISP came in and said that they would like to take over, they have to dismantle the municipal broadband under this new law. The ISPs don't actually have to do anything with it. All they have to do is offer to take care of it, and then it has to be dismantled.
And then they don't do anything, they just leave everyone high and dry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, companies have actually came out and said that they will not go to the rural areas. They will not run fiber to the rural areas. They will not run cable to the rural areas because it is not cost effective. So why not let these municipalities do it for them?
Why not just let the rural areas do it? They can do it if they want to. They do want to do it. But when they go, and I've seen this report too, when they go to do it, the ISPs tell them they can't do it, and they go to court, and they get crushed by the larger ISPs with all the money and cost lawyers. So,
yeah.
And the top ISPs are not losing money that way. They're not losing money if they lose the rural areas at all. It's just...
No, and then you have disparagements in the pay schemes. because of the way that the ISP contracts are done through the municipalities and through the states. For Comcast, it is $500 the last time I checked in my area for 2 gigabit service. And 2 gigabit service is the only one that is true fiber and has gigabit or 2 gigabit up and down, because even their gigabit service in this area, it's not true fiber, and it's 35 upload. It's also $300 for gigabit. If I lived in an area with Verizon Fios, phone, internet, or fiber optic gigabit internet and TV, I would be paying $79.99 a month.
Yeah.
And it's 960 download, 860 upload. A mutual friend of ours is paying over $100 for 50 gigabit, or for, not gigabit, 50 megabit upload and or download and 5 upload. He's paying $100 for that, and he's got a 500 gigabyte freaking cap.
Yep.
He lives in a rural area.
This is, in case you guys haven't caught on, this is the United States and the fuckery that's going on. And like the whole industry is moving towards all business being dealt with online. But to be online is so difficult to actually obtain. It's laughable.
There are people that I know online during the pandemic that actually had to shutter their kids up in a frickin' car and go to their school's parking lot to do schoolwork.
Yeah.
Because it was not cost effective for them to pay $60 for 4 megabit internet. DSL, mind you. Because cable is not in their area. And the satellite internet that was offered back then is just nothing. Because Viasat and HughesNet are a joke. But because you can get Viasat and HughesNet, and both of them are 25 and 3, which is our nation's broadband definition, everywhere can have broadband. Under the under the FCC over the past before January, the FCC before January, their definition, and it's still our definition right now, they haven't changed it, but over the past 4 year, it's been more than 4 years, the way that the ISPs have done the reporting for broadband internet, that is one of the big reasons why everything is the way it is. And then the getting rid of net neutrality, which has a very positive following in the United States, and it was just proven that on both sides, for and against, when Ajit Pai decided to repeal net neutrality, ISPs and proponents of getting rid of net neutrality both paid for the comments that were put on the FCC's website. So they weren't actually comments from most of them weren't actually comments from people. They were comments that were done by different PR companies.
No.
And paid for.
No. Companies, content creators, regular people, everybody that used the internet, everybody that understood the internet, wanted to keep net neutrality.
Which is the majority of people.
Yeah, everybody wanted to keep net neutrality. Everybody.
The ISPs don't.
Right.
Because the ISPs
And
would
I
have to start putting out money to...
and
Go
and
ahead.
I would say this. I would like to see ASPI brought up on actual charges. And I would like to see him go to jail.
Well, it's... Wow, that guy's
What,
fat.
whatever happens to the internet, I don't really give a shit right now anymore. Kind of. I just want to see him go to jail.
He was the worst thing that could have happened to the internet over the past 4 years, especially during a pandemic. I mean, did you
Yeah.
know that in the CARES Act, and this might actually help you, DB? Did you know that in the CARES Act there was money put aside for families who were struggling and low-income families to have their internet paid for up to $50? We didn't get it until March.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
Ajit Pai never allocated the money. It was given to the... Shut up, Bennett. It was given to the FCC under the CARES Act. And the money was never allocated.
I'm not sure what he would fall under. It's got to be something close to scam, or not necessarily as bad as treason, but it's got to be something slightly less than terrorism, because he did try to scare a bunch of people towards a specific mindset and failed. But he went and, against the law, did what he wanted to do anyway. So, that being said, I'm not saying he's the biggest scumbag in the world because he didn't murder anybody, he didn't hurt anybody, he didn't do any of that stuff. But he did, in some aspects, break the law and ruin the country and leave it in a worse space, arguably, for millions of people.
Well, that's the whole thing. Technically, he didn't break the law because he was the one making them for the FCC. He also made it that the Federal Trade Commission is the one that takes care of complaints when it comes to the ISP. They're the ones that have jurisdiction over the ISPs.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing his job. That's the whole thing. Which, if he's not doing his job...
The funny thing about that is the Federal Trade Commission came out and said that they have no jurisdiction over ISPs. So nobody has any jurisdiction over the ISPs right now.
Here's the weird part. This is the weird fucking part. The FTC had jurisdiction when it had net neutrality. And they left the FTC's own words as that we will follow what the public wants. And they said that they will do that, and they left it, and they even said to the court that they will do this. And they came back and said, oh, everybody said they don't want this, and everybody led to a vote. It was actually a vote, not in Congress, but in a lesser court vote. And they said, well, look, nobody wants this, and it was all a scam. So they gave up jurisdiction and said, look, we don't have jurisdiction. But you have jurisdiction.
Yeah.
It's no difference from saying, hey, I don't have the key to the jail because I threw it on the ground.
Sorry
Not
about
my
this.
problem.
Sorry about this rant, Dispiritor.
It just pisses me off because there's a bunch of people that they know how to skirt the lines of the law, but literally, if any normal, rational person looked at it, it's bullshit.
Well, in these places of power, like the FCC and all of that, they always put in former executives from the telecommunications industry. Ajit Pai was a former executive from Verizon. What do you expect from them?
I expect for them to enjoy the world while it burns. They fucking did this.
Kinda what they're doing.
You made this. I don't want to hear a single complaint from you guys that did this. And I want you to enjoy what you did. Because this is what you have. Here's the thing. I can live without a lot of stuff. A house not being one of them, but I can live without a lot of stuff. Can companies live witut people? Here's the thing. Microsoft that wants to harvest all your data. Can you harvest everyone's data when everyone's offline because they don't have internet because the ISP screwed up all the internet to everybody?
The Spiritor makes a great point, though. These regulatory agencies, they do spawn a Jeet Pie.
Oh, I would have so much fun with that. Come here, make your daddy talk.
But he is right. The regulators for the... Goddamn, Conspirator. Wow. But
I'm okay with this. Let the Spiritor go. It's fine.
I do agree with him though, and he is right. These regulatory agencies, they do just keep rotating in people from the agencies that, or from the industry that they regulate, and they shouldn't. You can find people who are experts on these industries without actually having these people work in that industry. Once I get into the telecommunication industry, when I get my degree, I shouldn't be regulating it. Because I'm part of that agency. And once I get out of that agency, because at the least it is only a 4-year job. I'm going to go back to the telecommunication industry, so I'm going to want to make as much money as possible when I go back. So I will have another agenda. And that other agenda will always be on my mind.
Yeah, but I'm going to stop this for a second because I got to make a point. It's like every other corporate side of the state. If you can have a point where you want to make money, that's fine. But my whole point here is that while you're making money, and you are making money, the places in the world that you're going to spend your money at is literally burning down around you because of what you did.
Yeah.
And pretty soon that money you made is going to be worthless because the world that you live in is going to be gone because you fucking destroyed it.
Yeah.
And nobody else in the world is going to want to inherit you because of what you did. You are going to live in a wasteland that is nothing. And you are going to have nothing. It is... Greed destroys when it's not regulated. And if the regulators will not regulate, or regulators are corrupt, then everything just falls apart. At the worst case scenario, if the country actually falls apart, right? The actual people in the country will go back to basics and will survive somehow. A percentage of them will. The people that don't know how will die off. Agipie is a good example of people that will die off because they don't know how, because they're too ingrained in the corporate side of things. They don't know how to milk a cow. They don't know how to raise grain. They don't know how to farm. They don't know
I've
basic survival stuff, which is what you would need when they destroy the world.
I've always worked with my hands, and yes, I'm good with electronics, but I've also built things, and I
Me
know how
too.
to do manual labor, and
I,
it's
I can build a house. It'll be a shitty house, but I can build a house. Yeah. And by the way, when this whole country falls apart because of the weird shit that's going on like this, guess what? There won't be any property tax to screw us over because nobody's going to have time to chase you around for money that doesn't
thank
mean
you, I
anything
will.
anymore. So that's my take on that. If you don't want the world to collapse, do your fucking job and stop trying to have alternate motives while you do your job. I'm
So
looking at you, Congress.
So I hate to say this, and it is in poor taste, and I do apologize for this being in poor taste, but you want to see what the lack of regulation does? Look at what happened over the winter in Texas.
Yeah,
Look at what's happening in Texas right now.
yeah. Bunch of people can't pay their electrical bill because the private industry just screwed over all of them.
A bunch of people died because the regulations that would have made everything that happened not happen were not there because Texas deregulated it.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the fun part. And I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to Spiritor. I'm not talking to anybody here because we all get it, right? Here's the fun part. Corporate America, I'm talking to you. Ask yourself this question. How many people in the country do you need to have the country functional? How many people can you arguably get away with having dead and still have the country functional?
It's a good question.
Well, because we had the Texas incident, we have Corona, all this stuff, and none of these companies are in any, back in the day, they would have pulled together to try to do the better thing for mankind to try to get things under control. Because we need consumers, we need workers, we need to keep the economy going. Companies right now, as the Spirit said, so short-sighted.
Yeah, I know, because Texas is having extreme heat right now, and their lines are not up to the regulations for the rest of the national power grid to deal with extreme heat. They can't deal with extreme heat, they can't deal with extreme cold.
I
And
don't know what happened, but it sounded really scary.
Texas doesn't have a backup power grid either because they're not connected to the national power grid. If they were connected to the national power grid, they would have to deal with the regulations. Texas has its own damn power grid. So we as a nation can't even fucking help them right now.
Yeah, because Texas wants to be on their own. They want to be their own country. And so they get to deal with all that. Well, they want to be their own country while still belonging to us. And so they have to deal with all the negative that comes with it.
I mean, you're not wrong, Despiritor.
Yeah, and then you figure out the walls just keep people in, not keep people out. I mean, I'm not trying to turn this necessarily into a rant. By the way, for those watching, I gotta reiterate this because you might be confused with the title of the strum. I got a letter today, and we weren't notified sooner. We have, I'm not sure, I think it said 5 days, it might have been said 9 days, I don't remember. It might have been, I don't know, more than that. I'm not sure. I have to check the paper again. But basically, the house was sold at a tax auction because allegedly we were behind on taxes, and we didn't, at least I didn't see any early notification of this anyway. And so I'm trying to scramble to make $3,000 so that we don't end up homeless.
Where's our fire support? We need
And I don't want to do this. I hate myself for doing this. I never ever wanted to do this again. But I don't have anything else right now. I'm struggling to try to get on Social Security because I can't work. There's nothing I can do to actually work. I can barely walk. And we're trying to figure, and my mother can barely work her job. So we're trying to figure things out. So that's why I'm doing this. So I figured maybe I'd be streaming all day, except for I might take a break later. And I might stream all night too. I might stream until they kick me out of the house. Who the fuck knows? So I might take a break later to like show some like links to my mother to Shock Nights to give some ideas, some suggestions. I don't know if it'll be in time or not, but at the most of stream, I don't think our credit is that good. But maybe in the most of stream, we might be able to put a small portion of it on a credit card.
I'll let you know when I've adapted the targeting systems.
Sounds like good news, Commander.
Let's see.
Emma, this is Admiral Anderson. The Reaper ground forces are making a
I don't think the bank will give us a loan though.
protect those tanks until we can get a shot.
You heard him, people. Get ready. There they are.
I have faith that you'll be able to take care of it.
It's questionable. It looks really, really super dicey. It really does.
Like I said, I have faith.
I don't deal in faith, I deal with like science and facts. And right now I am shaking. But like Shock said, I woke up and got slammed with this paper.
Sorry, sir.
It's fine.
Hang in there, soldier.
I understand.
Not something you want to wake up to.
No.
And you don't want to wake up to a stripper trying to murder you either.
I mean, how hot's the stripper?
Not that hot.
Oh, okay.
It's the product's been used.
So it's like the C-Team stripper?
Oh, I crossed the water. I'm too far.
Die, Banshee!
So, yeah, I'm trying to look at all my options. I figured if I can at least make half of this from streaming, which is like a long shot for anybody, if I can get some like eyes on it from somewhere, like maybe, I don't know, but like maybe if like I get half from streaming, maybe we put half of it on the credit card, if we're lucky enough to be able to do that, and like maybe if we pull some money out of our ass from somewhere from the couch or something.
Commander, I have reprogrammed targeting. Missiles are ready for launch. Got it.
Then if we get on
You
the
heard her.
actual like
Back to the truck,
programs that we were talking about earlier, then maybe we go back and just pay everything off later. That's what I'm thinking right
Missile
now.
guidance enhanced. Firing! countering interference.
Did it hit?
What happened? The Reaper is still too close to the beam.
We're down to 2 missiles.
And we haven't
I don't
even
know.
scratched it.
You will need to allow the Reaper to move out of the beam's influence.
Then closer to us.
Commander, Hammer's being overrun at every turn. Reaper ground forces are converging on your location. We're fighting our way to you. Hold on, Commander. Hold on.
In a weird way, it was good that I was bitching about the
How can
internet
there
because I
be
wasn't
more of
focused
them?
on what was
Hold
going
on.
on in my current message.
Yeah,
Do
it's
this.
But people gotta know why I'm doing
Here they come!
the thing. Even though I'm not in a good headspace right now.
Stevie, I'm not exactly a religious person either. But I know how you are. You're a resourceful person. I probably shouldn't be hitting the big dude. But I know how resourceful you are, and I have faith that you can find a way out of this. So I don't have faith in the religious way. Me and religion kind of had a falling out after my dad died, so
I can speak like I'm religious, but like if I actually believe it, no. Religion hasn't done shit for me.
I don't.
And like, I'm trying to remain positive. I'm trying to remain optimistic, but my optimistic is I'm panically looking around, trying to think of my options.
I don't begrudge people their own religion or beliefs. I have my own.
I don't either. Oh, hi! Go away.
People can believe what they want to believe. People have to have something. So
I have you guys. That's what I believe in. I'm not. Ow. Hey, I'm back.
Oopsie! I'm out of ammo!
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding when I say that you guys helped me survive some dark times. Because you guys, for a lot of reasons, it's like basically all I have. So, and I'm talking to like the people I know for the longest.
Yeah, I'm new.
No, you're fine. I've known you long enough.
I'm using a fucking pistol and one-shotting the hardest people in the damn game.
Missiles are ready for launch.
Roger that, Edie.
Halfway down.
This is not cool. I gotta...
Should try to figure out why they changed all the vendors' locations.
Isn't that still in alpha?
It's always been in alpha.
Firing!
A little bit further Yeah, it's always an alpha, it's just what number alpha is basically what it is. Oh look, there's another band.
I don't know why I had to use the missiles and shit. I probably could have taken him down with my pistol. I'm using a dinky silent pistol that I got off of one of the
Over here. Thank God you made it.
the side missions from the DLC. And if you hit the people in the head, it takes them down one shot no matter what kind of armor or anything they're using.
It gets worse.
Of course it does.
Hackett just reported in. Several Sovereign-class Reapers, including Harbinger, have broken off from the battle with Sword. They're headed here.
Harbinger?
It's an opportunity for Hackett to get the Crucible in place. But we have to get a team on board the Citadel to open those arms now.
We still don't even know what we'll find when we get to the Citadel.
And that's our job. Find out what we're up against.
All right.
You have to go out, dog.
Saddle up, everybody.
But yeah, our whole talk kind of got to where it was from me talking about Windows 11, because they just dropped the preview build this morning, and I just installed it, and I've been using it for a few hours, and we started talking about security because of the TPM, and then we started talking about the always-on internet, and we got into the whole thing about the internet infrastructure in the United States, and yep, that's where it went.
I forgot I was in a locked room. We're now in an open room.
So... Only for the preview build, Dispiritor.
It's a final version, not going to have that requirement.
The final version is going to need TPM, but only 1.2. Okay. And all motherboards that have 8th generation Intel or above, or a Ryzen 2500 or above, have at least TPM 1.2 built in firmware. It's a BIOS option called...
Reapers trying to crush us along the way.
We just need to get a handful of troops through.
The BIOS option on AMD is called FTPM, and on Intel it's called, I believe, IPPT.
PP. I heard PP.
So modern hardware has the requirement built into it. It's just off by default.
Can't think of
Not
anyone
me.
else I'd rather do this with.
Technically, you don't have modern hardware. And technically...
It was modern hardware.
Eventually, yeah, it was.
All right, everyone.
Not my fault it's not modern anymore.
Basically, anything that you've gotten from 2017 on has it.
We gotta move.
I'm going to be doing a video about it. Hold on. Thank you for choosing Hilton Hotels. My ass has never been to a hotel. fucking hate these robocalls. Apparently, there's going to be something happening on the 30th that's going to mitigate them down to almost nothing. But it is what it is.
Mitigate what?
You wouldn't know this because you don't really have a phone right now, but the constant robocalls that come in.
Oh.
Like, we're calling to talk to you about your car's warranty.
I used to have that not a month ago.
You're talking to somebody who is 37 and has never even had a license.
I'm going to keep that to myself.
So when the fuck... I know it's... Ow!
Wait, Shirley, you have a car?
You lucky bastard!
You have a car? Nah, if I went to go buy a car, that's probably be what I end up getting, like, probably a $1,000 to $4,000 car. Just because. Turns on? Okay, fine. And you know, the only reason you buy America is just because the parts should be cheaper. Quote unquote should.
Come on. Here, take her. Shepard, you gotta get out of here.
Okay, if I just go straight
Don't argue, Edie.
east,
The backup system.
I should run to the
I
next
can
one.
initiate repairs.
I have not given up on the hoe yet.
Edie, I need you to preserve and protect the Normandy.
Shepard.
Be safe.
Good news though, for those watching, we have sort of kind of remedied the AC issue. Kind of. That was the good news.
Yeah, that
And
works.
And the good news is we only needed to have some hooks to hang up some old like blankets and stuff, close off the room, and it does generally take out the humidity in the whole house anyway, so it's not bad. And we have all the windows closed up and covered, and it's like I said, it's generally not bad. It was actually fairly good news yesterday. Granted, I worked really hard on that yesterday, and I kind of busted my ass. But it was uplifting. It was nice. And it was good, and we got that taken care of. Then I woke up.
It's too much. We need to regroup. Fall back to the buildings.
Armor's wiped out. All forces, retreat.
The window unit only has one mode. It's on or it's off. But that's fine. And the front panel kind of falls off. But that's okay. I have tape.
Here we go.
So apparently in the ruin biome there's lots of bears. We got 3, fourth one, and the fifth one up, you know, somewhere.
Holy shit, she did it. This is the Admiral. We've got reports that someone made it to the Citadel. We need to give them time to get those arms open. All fleets converge on the Crucible. Protect it at all costs.
I need to go more south.
Shepard. Shepard.
Anderson, you up here too?
Followed you up, but we didn't come out in the same place. Oh, at least I don't think we did. What's your surrounding look like?
There we go.
You okay?
I feel like death, but I'm moving. It's dark. There's human remains scattered.
Sounds familiar. I'm in a dark hallway. Reminds me of your description of the collector base.
Makes sense.
You think they're making a Reaper in here?
Sure. They round them up on Earth and send the people up here to be processed.
Goddamn abomination. I'm gonna keep moving. The sooner we blow these bastards back to hell, the better. The troops don't go on forever. But where the hell are we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't look
hi.
like any part of the Citadel I've been to. Anderson?
One of the walls here just realigned itself. The place is shifting, changing. There's a chasm here, and more hallways like the one I was in.
I think I'm near an exit.
I mean, the game does look very pretty, all things considered.
It does.
Don't get too far ahead of me.
Runs like ass, but I mean, it looks very pretty. I mean, it runs good, but it runs like ass. That makes sense.
Just found that chasm you were talking about.
I get well over 60 frames, but stutter is all hell sometimes.
Anderson? Damn it.
One day I will get a bike. Where am I in relative? 2, 5, far south.
Anderson!
Shepard! I can't!
I underestimated you, Shepard.
Shouldn't be a road that leads to where it needs to go.
I warned you. Control
The
is
roads
the
in the
means to
desert are
survival.
very wide and
Control
curvy.
of the Reapers, and of you, if necessary.
They're controlling you.
I don't think so, Admiral.
Controlling me is a lot different than controlling a Reaper.
Have a little faith. When humanity discovered the mass relays, when we learned there was more to the galaxy than we imagined, there were some who thought the relays should be destroyed. They were scared of what we'd find, terrified of what we might let in. But look at what humanity has achieved. Since that discovery, we've advanced more than the past 10,000 years combined. And the Reapers will do the same for us again, 1,000-fold. But... only if we can harness their ability to control.
Bullshit.
No, go
We destroy
back.
them, or they destroy us.
And waste this opportunity? Never.
You're playing with things you don't understand. With power you shouldn't be able to use.
I don't believe that. If we can control it, why shouldn't it be ours?
Because we're not ready.
No. This is the way humanity must evolve.
There's always another way.
I've dedicated my life to understanding the Reapers, and I know with certainty the Crucible will allow me to control them.
And then what?
Look at the power they wield. Look at what they can
Oh
do.
wait, Coyote. Somebody likes you.
I see what they did to you.
I took what I wanted from them, made it my own. This isn't about
Oh,
me or you. It's about things so much bigger than all of us.
He's
Disconnecting, reconnecting.
Don't listen to
Okay.
him.
And who will you listen to, Shepard? An old soldier stuck in his ways, only able to see the world down the barrel of a gun? And what if he's...
By the way, if you guys want me to
What if
play a different
controlling
game,
the
feel
Reapers
free
is
to yell at me. I'll play whatever. I just
We
figured you
destroy
guys
the
have fun
Reapers,
trying
this
to kill me.
ends today. But if you can't control them,
But I can!
are you willing to bet humanity's existence on it?
I know it will work.
At the
You
next
can't, can you?
intersection,
They
go
won't let
left.
you do it.
No! I'm in control! No one is telling me what to do!
Listen to yourself. You're indoctrinated.
No! No! The two of you so self-righteous. Do you think power like this comes easy? There are sacrifices.
You sacrifice too much.
Shepard, I only wanted to protect humanity. The Crucibles can control them. I know it can. I just...
It's not too late. Let us go. We'll do the rest.
I can't do that, Commander.
Of course you can't. They own you now.
You'd undo everything I've accomplished. I won't let that happen.
Why can I not pick that option? I am at full Paragon.
You're
You
not
are a
yourself
paragon.
anymore. They've taken
Oh,
you.
army post.
Now, you're the one who failed.
Yeah, I should be able to go left here. Welcome to Running Simulator.
For now.
There. Earth.
Yes.
I wish you could see it like I do, Shepard. It's
Well, it's gonna be real fun when I try and get the vendor up in the snow. Yeah. Trader vendor, whatever.
This is it, everyone. The
Actually, that won't be that hard now. Roads. Hello?
That's it. The crucible is docked.
I think it's past this gas station.
Commander?
We did it.
Yes, we did. It's quite a view.
Best seats in the house.
God. Feels like years since I just sat down.
Think you earned a rest. Stay with me. We're almost through this.
You did good, child. You did good. I'm proud of you.
This was right to the vendor.
Thank you, sir. Anderson?
Oh.
Shepard? Commander.
Goodbye.
What do you need me to do?
Nothing's happening. The crucible's not firing. It's gotta be something on your end. Commander Shepard.
I don't see. I'm not sure how to.
Commander.
So, I did do something fun last night, though.
What was that?
I did try to piece together the same parts or similar parts, if not the same, out all from eBay to see what I would save.
Did you save anything from eBay?
I would have saved like $30.
I mean, it's something.
Right, but then some of the stuff was, how should I say,
Suspect?
questionable. Because
Miss.
some of the deals I would have to take to get, we're talking about the total package. Because the processor would still be like 20, not 20.
Wake up.
Great processor for $20. The processor would still be like $200. Can't get around that no matter what. But some of the vendors were like
The
no
Citadel. It's
reviews,
my home.
nobody bought from them. The pictures are not great, sounds super shady, that kind of stuff.
I am
And I'm like,
catalyst.
well, would I just go and pay $10 more
No, the
for the
Citadel
peace
is
of
part of
mind
me.
that I'm gonna actually
I
get
need
something?
to stop the Reapers. Do you know how I can do that?
You know?
Perhaps. I control the Reapers. They are my solution.
Like, I can always check it again later if I have the money down the road.
Chaos. The created will always rebel against their
But it was
creators.
interesting.
But we found a way to stop that from happening. A way to restore order.
Your crucial ballistics were only $60 off of eBay.
Yeah, I might
We
grab that off of
harvest
eBay.
civilizations, leaving the younger ones alone. Just as we left
It's
more
interesting
people
how the
alive
Ryzen
the last time
processors
we were
work.
here.
But you killed the rest.
We help them ascend, so they can make way for new life, storing the old
The
life.
the motherboards, like I enter ATX
We'd
motherboard,
rather keep our own
and I
form.
do that just because I want to have enough headers,
No, you
more
can't.
or less. I can
Without
use
us
a
to stop
micro.
it, synthetics
A
would
micro
destroy
doesn't
all
mean it's good or
organics.
bad, as long as the
We've
power
created
delivery
the
is
cycle
good.
so that
I
never
got enough
happens.
headers,
That's
and
the
I got enough
solution.
DIMM slots. Then it's fine. I can
You
use a
said
micro.
you're the catalyst.
The problem is
What are
is that
you?
usually micros they
construct,
say
an
they cut
intelligence
costs by
designed
cutting the things
eons
I
ago
like
to
off
solve
the
a
board,
problem. I was
and
created to bring balance, to be the catalyst for
I
peace
just rather
between organics
get
and
the ATX
synthetics.
so that I know it has all the plugins and
So you're
connectivity
just
that I
an
need,
AI.
and that's really
In
what
as
it is,
much
just
as you are
connectivity.
just an animal, I embody the collective
Everybody
intelligence
and their
of all
mother
Reapers.
must have bought micro
But you were
boards,
created
because everybody and their mother, even though I
Correct.
put ATX as putting
by
their
who?
micro boards in the
By ones who
ATX category.
recognized that conflict
Well,
would always arise between synthetics and organics.
one of
And
the
there's
the only
go
way
ahead.
that you can actually get a video card at this moment is usually in a bundle with some sort of shitty board.
But our efforts always ended
Usually a
in
micro
Right.
board.
so a new solution was required.
Right, but my point being is, and that's fine, but my point being is,
Precisely.
they're not putting their products for sale in the right category, and
I
it's
met
just
your
like I
creators.
can deal with it because all I
They
gotta
told me
do
what
is
you did
skip
to
more
them.
pages
We
forward.
did as we were
But
expected.
They said you betrayed them.
yeah,
That you
it's just
turned them into
it's just
Harbinger.
weird.
When they asked
No,
By
the
all
spirit
means,
error.
take your card and
they
sell your
failed to
board. I don't
understand
care.
they were part of the
But
problem
then they're selling the.
themselves.
Here's the weird part.
The
Even the
flaws of their
ATX
organic
boards and the
reasoning could
used
not
ones or the
perceive this.
refurbished ones, they're
They lacked
selling
the
them for
foresight
like
to understand that
10 or
destruction was part of the
$5
very solution we
below
required.
what a new board cost.
Well,
Yeah, the market is really fucked at this
And I
moment.
welcome their involvement. I am only facilitating
So the
their
motherboard
request.
category is not
Where
really
did the
worth
Reapers
it if you
come
want to
from?
buy used or
Did you create
refurb
them?
from eBay.
My
It's just
creators
easier
gave
just to
them
buy
form.
new from somewhere
I
else
gave them
most of
function.
the time.
They, in turn, give me
And
purpose.
keep in mind, I was looking at
The
not great
Reapers are a
logos.
synthetic representation of my creators.
GPUs are getting a little bit
Yes,
more.
They created me to oversee the relations between synthetic and
They're
organic life,
getting a little bit
to
more
establish
stock
a
right now,
connection.
and
They
the
became the first true
CPU
Reaper.
stock and market has already
But it
recovered.
was the only solution.
For now.
You said that before. But how do the Reapers
Because
solve
all
this?
CPUs except
Organics
for.
create synthetics to improve their own existence, but those improvements have limits. To exceed those limits,
Well,
synthetics
they're
must be allowed to evolve.
pushing
They
Ethereum
must,
away
by
from
definition,
using video
surpass their
cards.
creators. The result
Where
is
they want
conflict,
to use CPU.
destruction, chaos.
I'm not sure
It is
what,
inevitable.
but Ethereum
Reapers
right now
harvest
is
all
the
life,
most
organic
profitable
and
one of
synthetic,
them.
preserving them before they are forever lost to this conflict.
And if they push away from or GPU, it's
We're at war with the Reapers right
Because
now.
you know what will happen. The next
You
thing
may be
it
in
tries to
conflict
use on
with
the
the Reapers,
computer,
but they
they'll
are not
just
interested
shift
in
over
war.
demand to that instead.
I find that hard to believe.
When fire burns, is it at war? Is it in conflict? Or is it simply
You remember
doing
when
what it was
everybody was
created to
mining
do?
with their mechanical drive?
We
That
are
was
no
fun.
different.
They're still
We
doing that.
harvest your
Bitcoin
bones,
wants
your
to use the
knowledge,
mechanical
your creations.
drives.
We preserve
Well,
it
no,
to be reborn
Bitcoin
in
is
the
using
form of a new
super
rebirth.
fast drives now.
Like a cleansing fire, we restore balance.
The GPU market
We
has
love
gotten
both
a little
organic
more
and
saturated
synthetic,
because
once
of
again
China
flourish.
right now. Because China is kicking all
What do you know
miners
about
out.
the Crucible?
The device
Yeah.
you refer to as the Crucible is little more than a power
China
source.
does not like
However, in combination with
Mining.
the citadel and the
crypto
relays,
mining
it
at
is
all.
No, it
capable of
doesn't.
releasing tremendous
Because
amounts
it's
of
something that the
energy
government
throughout the
can't
galaxy.
control. The United
It is
States
clear,
government is
but
trying to.
effective and adaptive in its design.
Yeah, China likes to
Who
control
designed it?
everything. That's the whole thing.
You would not know them, and there is not enough time to explain.
It
And
is.
see, that's the thing I noticed when I
cycles
was
ago.
looking at
With
things on
each
eBay.
passing
There's
cycle,
a
the
whole
design
lot
has
of
no doubt
surplus coming
evolved.
from China.
Why didn't you stop it?
We believed the concept had been eradicated. Clearly, organics are more resourceful than we realized.
I'm gonna be honest.
But you're taking away our future.
Well, I don't
Without
really have a
future,
problem with
we have no hope.
cryptocurrency
Without hope,
in itself.
we might as well be machines, programmed to do what
I
we're
don't
told.
like it being
You
used
have
as
hope,
actual
more than you
currency.
think.
I
The fact
don't
that you're
like it
standing here,
because
the
of
first
the
organic
anonymity
ever,
of it.
proves it. But it also
Because it
proves that the
does,
solution will
it,
work
it does
anywhere.
actually
So now
pertain itself to more
We find a new
nefarious
solution.
things.
Oh, that
Why
doesn't
are
bother
you
me, because
telling
you
me
can do
this?
nefarious things with all kinds of stuff.
Why help me?
You have
I love
altered
the
the
animated part
variables.
of it. I really do.
What do you mean?
I don't,
Crucible
because
changed
crypto
you,
is what's being
created
used
new
for these ransomware
possibilities.
attacks.
But I
A
can't
lot of
make them
people are
happen.
using it for things.
If there is to be a new solution,
You know
you
what? You
must
would
find
have
it.
that without ransomware, though. You
It is
really
now
would.
in
It would
your
just be
power
different.
to destroy us.
It makes it a little bit easier, Dispiritor. Paper money can be tracked. Crypto at this point can't.
It's
But be
taking
warned,
away crypto just
others
for that
will be
reason. It's not
destroyed
going to
as well.
fix all those
The
problems, though.
Crucible will not discriminate. All synthetics will be targeted. Even you are partly synthetic.
What hit me?
What exactly will happen?
I don't know.
Your
Something hit
crucible
me. I don't know
device
what hit me.
appears to be largely intact. However, the effects of the blast will not be constrained to the Reapers.
But no, I like having
Technology you rely
anonymity
on will be
for
affected,
some
but
things.
those who survive should have little
Um,
difficulty repairing the damage.
Kind of like the same idea that if you use your debit or credit card,
There will
some
still be
places will
losses,
go,
but no
okay,
more
well we'll
than what
call it
has
something
already
else.
been
That
lost.
way your old lady doesn't know that you went to a strip club.
But the
That kind of
Reapers will be
situation.
destroyed?
Yes, but
But
the
like,
peace
I
won't
get
last.
why Shock doesn't like it,
Soon,
but
your
like
children
I
will
said,
create
that's
synthetics,
not
and
gonna
then
be
the chaos will come back.
On the
There has
other
to
hand,
be
I
another
don't
way.
like using it as
There
money in
is.
general
You
because
could
I
instead
don't
use the
like
energy
how
of the
it
crucible to
potentially
seize control of the Reapers.
unstabilizes the economy.
So the elusive man was right after all.
Yes, but he could never have taken control, because we already controlled him.
But I can?
I don't mind
You will
having it
die.
as a
If you
fun
control us, you will
thing
lose
that you just
everything you
do, and you
How
can
can I
like use
control
as like
the
a
Reapers if I'm
coupon for
dead?
some, I don't know,
Your corporeal
games, or
form
like
will be dissolved,
maybe you rent
but your
stuff
thoughts
here or there.
and
Oh, you
even
have
your
so
memories will
many
continue.
cryptos because you watched some of our movies. Here, you can turn
Your
this in like
connection
a
to your
coupon. You
kind
get
will
one
be
free
lost,
movie night,
though
whatever.
you will remain aware of
I
their
feel
existence.
fine with that.
But the Reapers will
Oh, I must
obey
have run
me.
into a cactus.
Yes,
But
we will be yours to
I don't.
control and direct
I
as
don't.
you see
When
fit.
you're trying to run a functioning economy, I don't like
There is
people
another
interjecting
solution.
new forms of currency into the functioning economy
Synthesis.
because that
And that is...
that
Add your energy
it's a
to the
shaky
crucibles.
slope that could
The chain
destabilize it.
reaction will combine
And if you
all
destabilize
synthetic
it,
and
then the
organic
regular
life into a new
currency
framework.
loses all
A
credibility.
new DNA.
explain how my energy can be added to the Crucible?
Your organic energy, the essence of who and what you are, will be broken down and then dispersed.
To do what, exactly?
The energy of the Crucible, released in this way, will alter the matrix of all organic life in the galaxy. Organics seek perfection through technology.
Hyperinflation all of a sudden.
Synthetics seek
Yeah,
perfection through understanding.
but that's mostly the government's
Organics
fault.
will be perfected by integrating fully with synthetic technology. Synthetics, in turn, will finally have full understanding of organics. It is the ideal solution. Now that we know it is possible, it is inevitable we will reach synthesis.
Why couldn't you do it
Aww.
sooner?
We have tried a similar solution in the past, but it has always failed.
Why?
Because the organics were not ready. It is not something that can be forced. You are ready, and you may choose it.
I don't know.
Why not? Synthetics are already part of you. Can you
For
imagine
instance,
your life
just
without
think
them?
And there will be peace?
if
The cycle
we
will
go
end.
into this
The Reapers
world
will cease
where
to
the internet
harvest,
is not
and the
total
civilizations
shite,
preserved in their forms will be connected to all of us.
and you
Synthesis
do and
is
buy
the final
everything on
evolution
the
of
internet.
all
You
life.
pay for everything, you buy
The
everything,
paths are
whatever.
open,
And let's say
but
delivery
you
is
have to
ungodly
choose.
good. Like in a couple hours, you get what you order, kind of thing. We're doing kind of a futuristic cyberpunk type of situation here. So the problem here is that if crypto ends up being allowed to run as it is, the problem is that it will, in a futuristic cyber-like world, it will just utterly replace modern currency. And all the other countries that use this kind of currency, that part of it that is funded by that currency will collapse. Because it has no worth. It has no faith. Nobody's using it, nobody's circulating it.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a tiny bit different than what I remember. I mean, Shepard still doesn't survive, but the options are a little different. Because if I remember in the first game, in the first game before the controversy that happened because of the ending of this, two of the options were either to let the Reapers completely, let the cycle continue and just let everything go the way it was, or to destroy the mass relays, which would destroy the Reapers. Neither of those options are here now. You've got... You die no matter what. Shepard is gone no matter what in this game. But they've changed the options to... You use the catalyst to destroy all synthetic life in the galaxy. It'll destroy all technology. But the technology will be able to be rebuilt. You can take over as the catalyst and control the Reapers. Or you can make all biological and synthetic life in the galaxy merge into synthesis.
as I wait for day. So, keep in mind I don't know anything about Mass Effect. Why they kill off main character?
Because this was supposed to be the end of Shepard. The end of Shepard's story.
Why not just have him have a nice ending? A good ending? I'll never understand that about because a lot of games do this too. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And you see this in some movies. It's like, you see this in some of the Star Wars movies too, the newer Star Wars movies that we don't talk about. This is the last movie this character will ever appear in. We must kill them off. Why? Just have them ride off into the sunset.
All fleets. The Crucible is armed. Disengage and head to the rendezvous
Different
point.
rider? Yeah, I can see that.
I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
Jeff, we need to go.
Have them ride off to the sunset. Never pick the character back up again. Because the problem with stories, and this is a lot of ways in movies it affects more often, but the problem with stories that has the main character just ending in a bad way is you don't get that redemption feel when you finish the story. Anybody remember watching a movie that just felt like it just had a bad ending?
Well, it's why people had such a problem with the ending of this game. The original ending of this game was just a big kick to the testicles, because there was no way you could actually have the human, well, any of the races in the galaxy have a happy ending. You could kill off the Reapers, but they lose all interstellar travel. Or you could let the Reapers just do what they were doing. There was a third option, I don't remember what it was, but the entire thing just kind of pissed everybody off.
Who is the dev team?
I think this is BioWare.
BioWare, you failed us.
And it looks like no matter what, you destroy the mass relays. Because I just picked the Shepard dies, but he or she, depending on which way you go, takes over as the catalyst to take over the Reapers. So the Reapers now listen to Shepard, and Shepard is making them go away. But the mass relays are frickin' gone now. So there's no galactic community anymore.